Welcome guys to another video tutorial. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install Laravel on a Laragon development server or development environment. So now two things are required before we can install Laravel on Laragon. We need the composer and we need Node.js. Okay, so we have to first of all install composer. So we have to go to getcomposer.org, click on download, then install the setup and you are good to go. Same thing, you're going to go to node.js.org and you're going to download this. So these two are required before we can start installing Laravel. So I assume you have this already on your system, but if you don't have it, please just go to this website. First of all, getcomposer.org, click on download and download it. Download this setup. This is it, and I don't want to download it again. I tried downloading. Now we also have nodejs.org. Please do this too and you are good. Now please, for those that have installed, you can verify that you have installed these two prerequisites or requirements before we proceed. So I'm going to type cmd in my search box here and open cmd. So in cmd I'm going to type composer -v version. So if it brings out without any error, that means you have installed composer. Look at the version. Similarly you can also type node-v to see the version of node that you have. So with these two we are good to go. So we go straight to laravel.com. So on Laravel I click on documentation and I click on the Laravel installing PHP. So we are going to use, there are two methods, using the Laravel installer or we use the composer create command. So let's start with the first method. Both will get the same result. It's just a matter of choice. So I'm going to teach you how to use this installer. So in using this installer, we're going to create the installer first before we now create the application. Okay, so and we're going to be using Laragon. Like I said, I've opened my Laragon. I'm using version 6 with PHP 8.3. Once your services are started, I'm going to click on cmd or click on terminal. Terminal will open the cmd here. I'm waiting for it to load. So just go to the website and copy this installer first. Composer global require Laravel installer. Then go to your cmd, right click to paste. Composer global require Laravel installer. Then you press enter. So you must create the installer first before the application can be created. Okay, without the installer you won't be able to create your new application. So while this is working, let's go back to the website and we're going to create the application using this command Laravel new, then the name of the application, or the name you want to give the application. So this is creating the installer, and once the installer is done, we're good. Now the installer is done, I'm going to right click. Now Laravel new, then the name I want to give the application, I want to call it Laravel-job portal, and you press enter. So which starter kits do you want to use? We have different starter kits, Breeze and we have Jetstream. Okay, so I'm going to be going with Breeze here, and these are kits necessary for authentication. Laravel ships with Breeze, and or these authentication kits, and helps fast track your application. You don't have to bother about how to start creating the authentication system, and where that helps you to focus on other areas of your application. So I'm going to be installing Breeze here, so I'm going to type Breeze. Then which of the Breeze stack do I want to use? I'm going to go with Blade. Just type Blade. I'm choosing Blade because each of them is having the name that you used to call them. For Blade I use Blade, for Livewire I use Livewire. So I'm going to press enter. Dark mode no. PHP unit test I use 1. Then let the application create. Guys, let's wait for it and let's see what we have here. So this method is the Laravel installer method. The second method will be using composer create command, which you don't even have to create an installer first before creating the application. You just use your composer create command and you have your application. So guys, let's wait for it to finish. Okay, so guys, now it's application installed, but you have this question: which database will the application use? Default is SQLite. Guys, I'm going to change it to MySQL. You can choose any of them, MariaDB, PSQL. So I'm going to use MySQL. Press enter. Now default database updated. Would you like to run the default database migration? Okay, go ahead with it. So guys, Laravel has been installed using the Laravel installer, and our application has been created. So let's wait for it to finish and let's see our application in action. Voila guys, we have successfully installed the Laravel framework on our development environment. We are using Laragon. You can use any environment of your choice. We have XAMPP, but this tutorial is just teaching you how to install it on Laragon. Okay. Voila guys, this has been installed. We now have a Laravel application installed using this the Laravel installer. Okay, so let's see this. How do we load the application on our web browser? This is done. Let's go to Laragon. So on Laragon, I'm going to go to menu, www. This is the place where our public files will be, where we upload our files. So this is what I've just installed now in www. All I need to do is just to click on it and it opens. Asking me which browser do I want to use to open. Let me choose Chrome and I say always. Wow guys, can you see? Now our application has been installed successfully. So guys, thank you for watching, and this is the login and the register Breeze starter kit that we installed. That's why we have the login and register here. So the other video I'm going to create, I'm going to show you how to use the other method, which is the composer create command. So thank you for your time, and I believe you now know how to install Laravel on Laragon. Okay, bye for now.